Hello, it's Chaos, and here I am on my brand new gaming channel. This is probably going to be my first upload because I've been, playing video games for years, and I always thought, why not have a gaming channel since I've also been streaming games for a couple of years, maybe 2, 3. So I thought I would start off with something easy, and this is Niche, a genetic survival game. And it's basically about genetics. You start off on an island, you get two creatures, Adam and Eve, and from there you have to traverse the wilderness. And I originally saw this game through Jessimu, and I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. Well, I didn't actually originally see it from her. I actually originally found it on Steam when going through games just in my queue of interest, and I followed it, and then I never really did anything about it until I saw Jessimu play it, and then she got me kind of into it, and I decided to buy it. So here we go. We're gonna start off. We have Eve and we have Adam, and basically throughout this game we're going to breed them and the future generations to ultimately just try and survive. Gonna play a pretty relaxed game. I'm probably gonna end up, actually that's the wrong biome, let me zoom out actually. I'm gonna end up in the bigger grasslands because a little bit about this game. You start off on this small island, and as you can see there's three these really tan blocks, and what they do is they transport you to different islands, and the one over here with all the flowers is like a larger grassland, so it looks like this, except there's trees and rivers and a little more variation. It's larger, and it's there specifically for just expansion. Like if you really want to build your creatures and just, do a kind of larger play and get some of the general exploration, you want to go to this island. And then there's this, and as you can see the tiles are red, there's bones, and that obviously means that if you go there you're gonna die because that's the hard island. And then there's this, and it's just green, and you would think, oh, inconspicuous, it's green, but no, over there is the new jungle biome. And I've been playing this game for a little bit now. This is early access 2.4, and the jungle biome is new and part of this update. And the jungle biome has these creatures in them, and I'm not going to really expand on it. Maybe you'll see it in a future playthrough, but let's just say, as I am now, I am nowhere near able to go to the jungle biome. I've tried before. I tried just to see what it looked like, and honestly I died so quick it wasn't even funny. It was actually really depressing. So just to start off, we're going to look at their genetics, and Eve's good. Eve is usually better than Adam because Adam usually has no paw, and what no paw means that he has no paw, which means he can't do anything with that hand. And he usually has hemophilia, which means that he'll bleed out if he gets hit. And he's also got short-sighted eyes, which means that his eyesight will not be as good. And as you can see, there's the highlighted tiles, and that's what they can see. And you have these different modes, and this is what they can hear if there was anything out in the grass, and this is what they can smell, and it shows berry bushes and also other resources that I'll get into later. But the regular eyesight is usually what you're going to be using, or at least that's usually what I use. But yeah, you want to breed out things like short-sighted eyes and no paw, and Adam's not the only one who has it. Eve has it too, which is unfortunate, but I had already started this game before because I was looking for an island to start on, so that's why there's a minute in, because I was looking at their genetics. So right now I'm just going to breed them right off the bat just to have a child, and I'm gonna put the runner leg in there in the 10%. This is the mutation menu, which is basically a menu where you can put in different traits and hope that they mutate onto the offspring. And there's a bunch of ones that have question marks because there's certain parameters that need to be met. Like this one's locked and it says 0 out of 7 attacks executed, and from playing this game for so long I know that this is a claw. So basically if you fight something or attack anything like rabbits or carnivores, which are in this game, you'll get a claw. And Eve actually has a claw already. She started off with a claw, and what the claw does, it gives you 2 strength and 2 fishing. So, but there are no fish on this island that I know of. There could be, maybe down in the water, but I'm not really gonna go towards the water. So for now, instead of talking your ears off, I'm just gonna breed these 2, have Adam scoot out, well, not scoot out actually, but just explore the area, and have Eve collect some berries because she actually has what is called nimble fingers, which means that she has a 2 in collecting, which means that she can pick up 2 berries at once, and also 1 in cracking. And for cracking, that's for shells and acorns actually, which there are none of on this island because we don't have any trees. It's a small island. So yeah, more to deal with. Like, another aspect of breeding is the immunity genes, and as you can see, she's got A and B, and he has F and G, which are completely different, which means that they'll have a healthy child. There's no chance that they'll have double of the same immunity genes, and what that does, you'll find out maybe later, but yeah. So they had a child, and let me just zoom, nope, that's farther away. Let me just zoom in on this precious little child. His name is Tadukta, and I'm probably going to rename the kids because I'm not really super into the names that they get, and he was born with no paw, which sucks, because, you know, that means he's got 1 hand that just doesn't work, and he's also still got the short-sighted eyes, which is too bad. But of course he has B and G, which, you know, means that he's fine, gene-wise. He also inherited the cracker jaw, and I didn't say anything about the jaws. The cracker jaw is for cracking, plus 2 cracking for, you know, those shells and acorns, and he gets a 2+ in smelling, which I don't know what the poison fang does. The poison fang is a +1 in smelling and a +2 in +1 in smelling and a +2 in venomous, and I actually like usually having the poison fangs because it's easier to poison enemies and run away than it is to fight them sometimes. So their first kid, not the best. Personally, I'm not actually a fan of the cracker jaw, and I will refrain from getting angry about the cracker jaw, but let's give it another try. Let's give it another go. I'll have them. And also in this update, you can now put nests wherever you want, so I'm gonna have her drop a nest right there, and then we're gonna have Adam just peek in that grass, and look, he actually collected. Since he does have a running leg, he does have a 1 in collecting, so that means that he actually did pick up some more nesting material for later. So we're gonna skip the day, and they had another boy. It's another boy. You can tell the boy is by the mane, the very beautiful head of hair. And his name is Ducro, and he has double short-sighted eyes, but he did manage to inherit that running leg without the help of the mutation menu, because I can't really show you, but if they use the mutation menu, that means that the trait that they used will be highlighted in yellow. And I just realized who has them. Adam, no, does he? Adam has webbed hind legs in his recessives, and I don't want webbed hind legs and Eve also has webbed hind legs in her recessives, and oops, I always do that. I accidentally open the family tree instead. And I really don't want webbed hind legs, because what they do is they make it hard for your animals to walk on land. It's like they're for swimming. It's +1 speed, +2 swimming, and then, you know, the regular hind legs are +2 swimming, +2 speed, +1 swimming. I am so sorry. It's just a mess, but we're gonna have her collect. We're gonna have little Tadukta, who I'm going to actually rename. I don't know. I'm gonna try and go with a theme, so I'm gonna name him. This is so difficult to come up with a name on the fly. Maybe I will name him. I don't know why, but Castor. Castor seems nice. I'm gonna name him Castor. And his brother, whose name was Ducro, I'm gonna name him. I'm gonna name him Helix. Don't ask me why I'm naming them these things. I can't really tell you because I'm just going with whatever. And would you look at that? I think I smelled it out before and then just forgot to actually click on it, which is funny because, you know, that's what the smelling is for. I'm just going to try and have them have another child, and I have to monitor the food because, as you can see, I have 18 food and we have 4 creatures, so having another baby will bring them up to 5, and I just gotta make sure. I mean, we have 2 berry bushes, so we should be okay for now. And another crackerjaw son. Another son. It's so weird, all these boys. So let's look at Eve's child. I keep zooming out instead of zooming in. Let's see. Using the tab to move creatures because sometimes I have a hard time clicking on them, and I am having a hard time clicking on her son. And he also has no paw. That mutation menu just seems to be doing nothing for me. Like, I don't know. Like, he got the webbed hind legs too. It's just, all these kids are coming out weird. I mean, they're not weird. They're just coming out, you know, they're just coming out. There's no interference from the mutation menu. So far, he's the best. Helix is the best kid because he doesn't have that no paw, but, like, I don't know. We got 2 kids with the no paw, and I'm going to try and breed that out later. I'm not going to spend too much time on this island because I actually do want to get to the bigger grassland because I want to be able to, I will definitely have more luck finding roving creatures if I go to the other island, which would be helpful to get different genes in. And I think I'm gonna have her pick up this nest, and we're gonna like spend a little more time collecting food. This is all the kids that they're gonna have for now. We're gonna spend the time. Oh, it rained. That's perfect. We can. And there's a mole, and moles are another kind of prey. And if you sneak up behind them, as long as they don't turn around and look at you, and they turn every single turn, you can swipe them up, and that's some meat because these are omnivore. These are omnivore creatures, so they eat meat and they also eat berries. So, God bless the rain, because I was thinking we need a big reserve of food so I can get ready for the move. And we have more nesting material, and we're gonna have him pick this berry bush. Not clean, but good enough. And we're gonna have this little baby move out of the nest, and I'm gonna name him. I don't know. For some reason, Willow is just jumping out at me, even though, you know, there's no real reason. I don't know. He looks like a willow to me. And actually, I am going to, like, I don't know why it looks like this. I am going to take a look at the family tree so we can actually, why? I don't know why they're, like, spread apart like that. It's so weird. Okay, it won't actually stop doing that. So I'm going to take a look at the family tree, and we have Adam and Eve, of course. Eve, and we can see all the genetics from here. And, we can look at their kids. So, we have Helix. Okay, let's look from oldest to youngest. So we have Castor, and Castor was the first child, and so far, let me see. Adam actually has dots in his recessives, and that's actually pretty nice because that'll increase his camouflage. Well, I mean, not for this playthrough because we're not going to the jungle, but if we were, we could pull those spots out of his recessives. Dots, they're not spots. But we'll look at Castor, who inherited the no pattern and has pandas in his recessives. That no paw, at least he's got the normal blood clotting. And then we're gonna look at his brother, Helix, and he also inherited the panda patterns in his recessives, and he's also got normal blood clotting, except he's got short-sighted eyes. And they both have the Cracker Jaw with the Poison Fang in the recessive, so I might try and pull that out later. Oh, but Castor has antlers in his recessives, and he's got double rams, so Eve is actually the one who has antlers in her recessive, and Adam also has. I didn't know they both had antlers in their recessives. I'm surprised that a baby hasn't shown up with antlers yet. Unless I'm not noticing. No, Willow also has ram horns. So, Willow actually has a fishing tail in the recessives. Who has a fishing tail? Adam and Eve. They both have a fishing tail in the recessive, so it almost seems like this playthrough's trying to tell me that it wants to be more watery because we have the Cracker Jaws where they would be down towards the water, you know, picking up shells because that's where the shells spawn, and then you have like the claw, which means that they'd be able to fish, and then we have like the recessive fishing tail, so the fishing tail could have shown up at any time, and I feel like they're destined to be in the water, except for Castor, because he got the fluffy tail, and he got the swimming tail. But, you know, none of them can actually breathe underwater, because they would need gills or the water body. So, so far that's what our family looks like. And on the next turn, I'm going to start moving them over to the ports. So, that grass actually grew back, and all the lighter grass, like the lime greenish grass, is, grass that will regrow, which is helpful when you want to, you know, collect nesting material and you can't get it from the ground. Like, let me just go to the mutation menu for a second. There is the digging paw, and it says dig, open the ground to find food, but mostly people have used it to dig up roots, which are nesting material. So let's just move him. He can collect that and stand next to his mom. Honestly, if we want, we could just have him swipe down. Oh look, some fish. There actually are fish on this island, so I could have sat some of them next to the water and got that. But we're gonna move him, and then we're gonna have Adam just kind of head up the pack. Oh look, another molehill. So I'm actually gonna look at the smell-o-vision. Oh, and we have a rabbit in the grass, actually. He was probably, like, going after that bush. Hearing... Oh, we have 2 rabbits. There was probably a bunny burrow around here somewhere, but nobody's got any turns, so we're just gonna keep going, and then we're gonna see if perhaps we could have someone who can move better. You. Let's see how close... Oh, I tried, but yeah. It'd be hard to pin that rabbit down. I'm not going to worry too much about food because once we get to the other island, I'm sure that there's going to be enough. Oh, but look at that. We're going to have Eve fish and... Oops, I did not mean to put her in the water. That's a problem because she will actually start to drown, and I can't believe I made such a terrible mistake. Oh, God. That's not good. Eve is going to start to drown in the next turn. Oh, I chased that rabbit down. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, I feel like such an idiot. That's my problem. I make a lot of misclicks when I'm playing this game, and that can mean life or death. They are so slow. They cannot move. They can move one space, and it's because of the webbed hind legs and the no paw. Both of them. Oh, that's so terrible. It's gonna take me a while to get them there. Oh no. God, oh, God, I didn't mean to move her in there. She drowned a little bit. And, I didn't talk about it, but this is their, lifespan. And it shows you how old they are and when they're going to pass away. And right now she's at the age level of adult, obviously, and she's 14 days old, but because she drowned a little bit, her life has actually been reduced by 3 days, and that is my fault, and I feel terrible. I really didn't mean to do that. We just have all these rabbits, and I would totally go after them if I wasn't actually trying to, like, move islands right now. I'll have you fish since you're close enough. It's a little extra food, and every day that I have to move them, I'm using more food, and it's just, oh man, it's a problem. Actually, as you can see, the mutation menu's lit up green, and what that means is we've unlocked something, and we have unlocked the Nimble Fingers because we have collected enough food. And Nimble Fingers improve gathering ability, essentially. So now we have that, and we can put it in if I wanted to try and keep Nopaw out of their genes in another way other than the running leg. But I'll worry about that when I get to the next island eventually. So that berry bush grew back, and there's another berry bush right here, and I'm gonna make him cut it down so that we can just snag that extra food. Then he can move there, and then we just have these two bringing up the rear. Hopefully he can make it. Can you? You have 3. I've been playing in hearing vision this entire time. Let me take that out. And let's see, these, I usually don't change the color of the gems because I usually don't care, but we're going to change Adam and Eve's family to middle being orange so that we know which ones came from Adam and Eve. And since they all have 3 gems now, because they're old enough, we can do that. And once we get to the next island, we can hopefully find a rover and start another family, because there's no incest. I'm not breeding them back to their mom. So I will see you when this is done traveling. So welcome back. We are on the new island, and we started off in a pretty decent spot. We have a tree right there. That's a couple swamp tiles and a couple of savanna tiles, and I'll tell you about those when we get over there. Well, not when we get over there, actually. Let me just tell you now. And there's 1 jungle tile. That is wild. There's just one random jungle tile, and just look at that grass. It's really funky. It's hilarious. But I say 1 jungle tile, but I haven't actually looked at the entire island. Let me just zoom out and see. This is a huge island, and there are a couple of streams, a couple of trees, a couple of swamp tiles, and basically the different tiles are different biomes. And when you have a swamp, the swamps tend to be easier to get sick in. The animals get sick because it's a wet biome, essentially. So and immediately we found a berry bush, and that's perfect, so we can just scoot Adam over towards it, peek in the grass. We don't really need to collect the food right off the bat, and if we really wanted to, we could just scoot Eve over there and pick some berries, and that's fine. We'll move little Castor out as far as possible, and let's see how far they can smell, since their smell's not that bad. Oh, they can't actually smell that far. That's too bad. Hearing, there's nothing really. So let me keep going on the different biomes. Basically swamp tiles are such that they're wet, so creatures can catch the cold easier. And then you have savanna tiles where it's hotter, and then you get into having genes that mean that they'll get sick if they just don't have enough heat resistance. Let me click on Eve. I think she has the big body actually, which actually makes her stronger but less heat resistant. Yes, she does have big body, and you can see because she's really that's not Eve. Eve does have the big body, but I was looking at her as non-helix, which is funny. But big body, it says -5 heat resistance, so if they go into the savannah, they'll be very uncomfortable, and they may actually even get sick. So I'm going to take Helix because he could probably make it. Actually, that'll be a problem. Let's see. I'll move his brother Castor out. Oh, they might get caught. The mole's gonna see him. Well, I'll wait for the mole to spin around some more, and then I will snag him up because that's a good meal. And here we go. He's behind him. Snag him. And look at that. Helix is already just providing for his family. Good for him. His brothers might be a little jealous, Willow not being able to collect anything, but he'll be on bunny duty since he's got that big claw and he's intimidating. Eve will be on berry collecting duty, and we're gonna turn to smell because, oh look, another berry bush. So we'll have Adam be on scouting duty, so instead of his son, Castor, he can move farther, so he's gonna go out towards the next berry bush. We're gonna skip the turn. What I really need to find is a nest and a rover, possibly. So we're gonna have him peek at that, and then we're gonna have Castor move a little bit so he can start to pick from that, and Eve can pick from this one, and she's getting a little old, so I might have her have another baby with Adam. She's got 5 days left. I'll have him scoot back towards her at some point, or I'll move her up. I'll move her son away a little bit towards the other direction. I'll move him towards the tree because, as you can see with that Crackerjaw, he can, even though he can't collect anything else, he can be on acorn duty. And now we're gonna move Helix out a little bit, and that's funny. We already were looking at the savanna tiles, and there's a shriveled up berry bush, so he's just gonna take from that. I meant to peek at it actually, and then we're gonna take Eve and we're gonna sit her up here so she's a little bit closer to Adam for the next turn because they're gonna have another child. And it seems like we're in the middle of a drought. Also, what does this say? Oh, okay, it's the welcome. It's the welcome. And look at that! We have another source of food. Adam can't pick it up, but we're gonna bring Adam over here for now, and then we're gonna have Eve breed with him, and then she can drop a nest right here, right next to the berry bush, right next to the bunny burrow. And this is kind of bad to come here and then experience a drought, so our bushes are dying, so that's not good. So we're gonna have him peek at this. We're gonna, ooh, I almost swiped it down. Yeah, that would have been bad, because if you swipe down shriveled up bushes, they do not grow back. Like these, if it started raining, they would grow back, but the other ones not so much. So I'm gonna have him scoot down here, pick this up, and then scoot back up and look a little bit farther. And then we're gonna just have him sniff, hearing, maybe. Doesn't seem like there's anything in the area, so I want to at least find a rover in this episode. I don't really want to end this episode out without having anything interesting happen. So we're gonna see what their baby came out as. It's a girl. So, and I can hear some bunnies off in the distance. Racola. She was born with no paw too, but she actually inherited the antlers. That's funny. She actually got the antlers. Hopefully she'd not get the web time like she did. She is going to be slow just like her brothers, and that's no good. She's also got one gene of hemophilia, but she did inherit the fishing tail and the claw, so that means that she is actually going to be our best fisher. And she actually got the dots. She got the dots out of Adam's recessives. And she's a little spotty girl. I'm gonna name her... Oops. I'm gonna name her Chi. Or Che. I'm gonna name her Chi. Her name is Chi, but it looks... Yeah, there we go. Her name is Chi because she looks like a little cheetah. Sorry, it's not that clever, but I never said I was the most clever. I just said that I was playing this game. Anyway, so we're gonna have them pick up their food. Adam can peek in this grass and keep going out. It would be nice if he had someone to play leapfrog with. It seems like there is a rabbit out in the grass or something, 'cause something just stole those berries. It looked like... What was that? That was nuts. Oh, man. Oh, well, the grass is too dark for me to see, but it looked like a rabbit just stole my food. Oh well, so we're gonna have him shake the tree. That's a good thing. Trees will never run out. That was so weird. I'm sure that was a rabbit, but I don't have the time to look. So we're gonna have him move back up to his bush because that rabbit might like come looking for it. I don't see it anywhere. But he is... Oh my god, it wasn't a rabbit at all. It was actually a roving male. And his name is Kiro, and he sadly has blind eyes in his recessives, which is not helpful. And he's also got the short-sighted eyes. And he's got the webbed hind legs, but he has immunity gene D and I, and that's perfect. And I need someone to invite him in, so hopefully he does not run when I go up to him. Please don't run. Perfect. And I'm going to befriend him, and I have to offer him food to join, and he just took 5 food and joined us. So I'm going to have him breed with Eve on the next turn. She's got 3 days left on her life. I want them to have kids like immediately, but she had to give up her last turns to induct him in. And when I breed them, I'm going to really want to not have problems with their eyes. And let's see if I can... They'll be fine otherwise, because he does not actually have no paw. He has the exact same hands as she does, actually. So their child will probably have a cracker jaw. But we put the normal eyes and the hind legs in. So next turn, hopefully, they can breed. Oh my god, it started raining. That's perfect. And this baby, little Chi, she needs to move out of the nest so her mom can move back in and have another baby before it's too late. So we're going to have him breed with her, and then we're going to have her scoot back over to her nest, collect her berries, as many as possible. Since he's a big, strong guy, we're going to have him collect all those berries, and then we're going to have little Willow pick up his acorns. We're gonna have Castor pick his berries. He's picked it clean. And we're gonna push out more with Adam and see what we can find. He's just gonna... He found a mole! And that's great, but like, I think it's gonna go back into the ground once it sees him, which is not great. So, oh well. We're gonna have Helix pick up this acorn, and then we're gonna have Willow pick up this other acorn, and then he can shake the tree and pick up another acorn. Problem is that there's a rock around this tree, so we're down 1 acorn, but that's okay. And yeah, the mole hid once it saw Adam. So let's see this baby. Oh my god, it's got panda patterns, but I think it is a cracker jaw. Oh my god. She's got the short-sighted eyes. That's okay, I guess. But she didn't inherit the hind feet. That's perfect, because she has double nimble fingers and a big body and a cracker jaw. Like, she's a big girl. My god. So let's have Eve do this. Move this way, because she... Oh, I think she's actually about to die. That's no good. She's got 1 day left. That's not great. Well, I tried. I don't think she'll have this child, but she might, so fingers crossed, I guess. That's really all I can say. She can't collect. He can't collect either, so we're just gonna have him continue to collect his... She can peek in this grass, though, and she did get some nesting material. He can collect. So we're gonna move him over here, and then we're gonna have him, like, just collect those. And we're gonna have him move out this way, actually, so he can look around there. And Adam, you have 4 days, and I feel like you should spend your last day with your mate, so I'm gonna have him scoot back down here, and he can spend his last day looking at his mate. And she did have her child before she died. That's good. That's really sad. She died right on top of her kid. Oh my god, she's great. Oh man, the normal blood clotting. She's got the stripes. She's so cute. She's got the hind legs, normal eyes, another double nimble finger creature, and then she's got a normal snout. So, little Rala. I like that name. I'm actually gonna let her keep it, but not Larace. I'm going to rename her Drizzle. I don't know why. I just... Little panda Drizzle. And she can... Hopefully she cannot collect yet. When she grows up, she will be our best collector. And, this will be a problem because now we have 2 females, but, actually, if Kiro survives long enough, 6 days, he can actually breed with Chi, because Chi is not his child. Chi is the child of Adam and Eve. And why is this like this? She is the child of Adam and Eve, so she can breed with Kiro, and we'll see what happens. I think with them, I might actually try and pull the Poison Fangs back out of the recessives, because I actually really do like I love the Poison Fangs. And, oh yeah, I already said she can't collect. So we're gonna have him pick these berries. We're gonna have Adam pick this grass. And then we're gonna have Castor, that's empty, that's an empty bush. Well, we're gonna have him pick up his acorn. There's another one there, and we're also gonna have him peek at the grass because we need that. We need to clear this tree out, and we've cleared around the tree completely. And let's see. Little Chi can stay around here. She can't move very far, so I can't have her go out with her dad. We're all kind of huddled around this area. It's no good. But, that grew back. Let's see. Great, we have more nesting material, which is perfect. We're gonna have Adam move out this way. I thought maybe there was a rabbit, because I thought someone other than me had picked from the tree, but I guess not. This little baby can now take a step from the nest and get away from her mom's corpse. And we're gonna have Helix go out, actually, with Adam, because they are the fastest. And we're gonna have little Willow just continue to collect his acorns, and we're gonna have Kiro knock down more acorns for Willow to pick up, because Willow loves those acorns, he sure does. And here we go, Adam. You're gonna go out with your son, and y'all are going to see if you can find anything great. And this is as far as Adam got in the first place, so they're on their way. And then we're gonna have Castor sit and pick his berries like always, and we're gonna have her move not into the nest, but like around the nest. I don't really want her to sit on top of the molehill, but whatever, to each his own. And then we're gonna skip the day, and she is fully grown, and I can set up the mutation menu for their kid. Hopefully, she's got no paw, that's a problem, and he's got the short-sighted eyes and the blindness. Hopefully they don't have short-sighted eyes. I'm going to take a gamble and stick the Poison Fangs in the 10% slot and leave the normal eyes in there, and hope that their kid does not have no paw. That would be the least favorable thing. And she's going to scoot into her mother's old nest. We're gonna have little Drizzle collect her berries. We're gonna have Willow pick up his acorns, and then shake some more down. Yeah, and Morphel, that's perfect. And now we have little Rala, and she can basically steal Castor's job, so Castor's gonna start moving out. Maybe widen this path for his father and his brother to come back later. Well, Adam's actually about to die. Adam's spending one day, his last day out, with one of his older sons, Helix. And they found a rock. But, and they found another berry bush. And I meant to look at it, not collect from it. Damn it. I mean, And they also found another molehill, so Adam's gonna pass away, and Castor's going to come out because he really looks up to his brother Helix. He thinks Helix is strong and noble, and He's a little jealous of the fact that he's got that running leg and he has no paw. But, yeah, we're gonna end out the episode looking at this new baby. Oh my god. Oh no. Adam died and Helix got attacked. Helix got attacked by a carnivore, and the carnivore has 15 days left on his life, and he has 5. So actually, my gosh, Helix is just gonna whoop him. That carnivore really... Wow. This is... Yikes. And look, there's another... Her name is Anasi. Oh my god, this is wonderful. And that mole popped back up too, so we got all this meat. Oh, shoot, she's gonna run away. It's not good. Did she steal my meat? I can't believe it. I think she stole my meat. She's a jerk. You're not cool. I don't like you. Oh man, you have F and C. I mean, you have something new, but you also have blind eyes. Let me look at the child, which was the thing that I was actually excited about, and then she jumped out like a jerk and stole my stuff. Gosh. This little baby, his name is Tanu. My god, he's a beast. He's got double claw. And his genes are perfect. He's got G and I, and that's fine. And he doesn't have the poison fangs showing. He's got him in this recessive zone. That's great that it passed over the Cracker Jaw because she has it and then he has it in his recessive, so I mean it passed without the mutation menu, but what can he do? But Tanu's got those horns and geez, he's a powerhouse. He's a straight up 7. My god, he's got the big body, the double claw, the ram horns. Man, he is nuts. Though he does have the webtine legs, so he will take forever to get places. And that's where we're gonna end it off for today. My name's Chaos, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.